Hello, everybody. How you doing? How's it going out there? This is the Warm and Toasty Online Memory Afternoon, episode 97. My name's John O'Casson. Good afternoon. How you doing? Is life treating you well? Is the sun shining on you today? If it is, are you watching us in the park at the local Lido? I doubt it. You're out there enjoying yourself, aren't you? Summer almost. Well, we have a show for you this afternoon. We're glad to be back with you for our 97th edition episode. We've got the retro raffle coming up as always. Memory of the week. We're going all our 80s when it was acceptable in the 80s. We have music and chat from a gentleman who's joining us for the first time, Rob Quo. He'll be coming up in a little while. Excited about that. He's a very talented musician. We have possibly the last ever, I'm not sure, light evening snack of the week. Yeah, it's here. And of course, we've got Jeanette's poem of the week. And we've got two hosts. I'm just going to check that sit alongside me. If that one with the longer hair is back, she's not back. She's going to go and get eating. She's got to go get food, isn't she? I'm going to see. No, she's coming. She's running to the screen. Let's see. There she comes.
I was just getting my coffee and a biscuit.
Oh, sorry. I was a bit previous. How are you both?
Good.
Yeah. So, Jeanette, what have you brought with you from the kitchen? You've got
a lovely cup of black coffee.
Oh yeah, a bit boring, but yeah.
Oh, I've got an echo. I don't know what that's from. And I've got some sugar-free biscuits. So they taste a bit like ginger biscuits, but I don't mind that.
Oh, you have to give me the brand because I've had them recently. Because I'm on the sugar-free ones, and the digestives were bad. Ooh,
these are new ones. Let me just get the empty box.
Oh, she's running again. There she goes, like Annika. Challenge Jeanette. How are you, Tom?
Thank you. How are you?
Good. Yes, I'm fine. You're looking very handsome, Tom, with your new haircut.
Thank you. Jeanette seems to have grown a bit. That's why I think.
Yeah,
I have.
And she's got sort of like special Japanese eye shadow on today, which is very fetching. Yeah.
I've gone a bit heavy, have I? That's because I go swimming on a Friday morning. So until like 10 minutes before the show, I've got no makeup on at all. And I put it in such a rush that I've put it on a bit thick.
No, it looks good. It's just thicker than normal. So, yeah.
So these aren't sugar-free, I've just realised. They're stem ginger oat biscuits and they're 40% less sugar. So...
You're going to still go for the Nards.
I am. I totally am. And they come in the little packets, and there's 5 in a packet. I'm probably going to eat all 5 because this is lunch.
That's your lunch?
Yeah.
A black coffee and some Nards.
Well, yeah.
Doesn't sound very healthy.
I did have cereal for breakfast, and I did have a sandwich mid-morning. So I kind of had lunch mid-morning. So I just had this... I have a thing now with my new diabetes medication that it makes me have hypos in the morning because I take the tablets in the morning and then 2 hours after breakfast my blood sugars drop, and this morning it's suddenly like, I don't know, 2 hours after breakfast I could feel I was getting really shaky, and I checked my blood sugar and it was like 4. So I have to eat something then. So that's what I did. I had a sandwich.
Yeah.
And so I just have to keep eating all the time.
Can I ask you both, what's your cereal of choice? This is like it's not only just come into my mind, but I think I need to know it now. And do you add any fruit to your cereal of choice?
I have most days, I would say 6 days a week, I have bran flakes with toasted seeds and sultanas. And then sometimes I might put a banana in there as well.
Outrageous.
But I love that so much. I have it nearly every single day.
Tom, what are you dealing in?
I have porridge.
Porridge.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, it keeps you going all through the day. Slow release.
Not really.
Depends how big a bowl you have. You have a really big bowl of it.
No, and have I don't know, pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds and
Oh God, that's so
dried
healthy.
fruit in there as well.
I have a gluten-free Weetabix type thing, but I can't remember what it's called. It's in a white and orange box, just in case you're in the supermarket now and you're checking it out. Go to gluten-free art. And I was told, because like Jeanette, diabetes issues, the only advice I've had about diabetes, they just leave you on your own. Apart from one nurse said, if you're having fruit, just have 2 blueberries. If you're having grapes, just have 2 grapes. So I've had to freeze them because they just don't last. You'd buy a punnet of grapes. You know, normally I would like feed me on the chaise long, darling. But now I've had to freeze them. I have two of each fruit is allowed, but not like a whole apple.
What
Anyway,
about sultanas? I mean, they're kind of fruit, aren't they? I have a handful.
the thing about them is I sometimes put them in my coleslaw, which is quite popular with the young people around these parts, but then they're a bit quite high in sugar.
Can you only have 2?
Yeah.
No, I leave them on the edge of the plate, and people are not quite
The
sure.
2 out.
Yeah, I have to separate them. There's the family portion, and there's Jono's portion, and all day long I'm searching for those 2 sultanas for my
I
little
mean, imagine
treat.
if you had 3. I mean,
Oh, it's madness. Anyway, I'm waffling on. I'm not saying hello to anybody. We are chatting amongst ourselves. Good afternoon. Hi, Steve in North Carolina. Good to see you, Stevie. Hope you don't mind me calling you Stevie. Christine, lovely to see you. You're with us live, Chris. Can't believe it. We're lucky. Great that you're with us. Keith, Glyn Baker, KGB. Hello, peeps. Hello to you, Keith. And Christine says she has shredded wheat with raspberries or banana.
Nice.
Here's the thing, Christine. It's something that you must know about. Raspberries, love them. I've even got a raspberry bush that I self-grow. Yeah. Put them in the freezer. All the sweetness is gone. Look, Tom's mad. Put them in the freezer. He's off. He went off the screen. Don't you dare put them raspberries in the
He's
freezer.
going to go out and pick some. That's where he's gone. He's out in the garden now. So he's picking his fruit.
Where's he gone? I've no idea.
Oh,
Oh,
we're going to have one of
Tom.
them days, are we? With the little glitches here and
Is
there.
it going to be one of those days? I don't know.
Could be.
All sorts of
I'm in the mood for it. Bring it on. I can take on anything today. I'm
You
feeling
can?
quite empowered. Oh, I've been up since 6. I've done 30 lengths at the swimming pool. I've done a morning of work. I am raring to go.
Well, you beat me. I was up early for the doctors, and I stood outside the doctors for 2.5 hours. That's how it is now.
Oh, that's kind of exercise, though, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it was I was standing. Then she felt me up a bit, and that was quite nice. Let's do the retro raffle.
It's the retro raffle, and it's coming to your screen.
Hey!
It's the retro raffle, never has been seen.
Come on.
It's the retro raffle, and it's coming to your screen.
Oh yeah.
It's coming to your screen. Retro raffle, Facebook Live. Yeah.
Now, anybody
I'm going to
offended?
applaud you. I'm just going to applaud you again on your lovely jingles.
That's the oldest one, isn't it? That's the one that's
I know, I
lasted
love
all
it.
the way through. Tom's threatening to come back. Something about Raspberry Gate. Let's have a look if we can bring him back. Is he there? Are you there, Tom and Colchester, with your handsome new haircut?
I am here.
Where did
And
you go?
I don't know.
He went to get a raspberry from the freezer.
Yeah, I've got 2 raspberries.
Oh, you're a little
Quite
quiet
quiet
now.
as well.
Quiet now, Tom. Have you gone to a quiet place in the house now?
Yeah, I shouldn't be any quieter.
A little bit.
Isn't
I
it
haven't
weird how
thought.
the internet does that? Oh, look how tall Jeanette is.
I know.
She's like Stretch Armstrong. She's Stretch Jeanette.
I don't know what's happened. I don't know. I can't move my computer any further away from me. I can move my chair back, but then I can't reach my coffee on my desk.
What have you
All
done? What have you bloody done?
Is it all the morning sandwiches and stuff that you're having? Made you grow?
I've grown up that way rather than outwards.
Yeah.
I wish.
Right. Retro
Okay.
raffle. We've got a couple of prizes for you. We've got a number of them that we can get for you at a reduced rate from Dirty Barry. He's got these 80s garbs because we're having a bit of an 80s moment in a moment. To win those, they are both unisex, and you know, the one under me, I think men can wear them. I'd like to see ladies also in the one under Tom and half of Jeanette. Jeanette had to put her glasses on.
I did see this.
I'm trying to think if I've got any more prizes. These are
know.
they're slightly soiled that Barry's got, and he can make them available for you. If you, I would say you wash them because he don't wash things very well. So yeah, if you get the question right, you could win some of these slightly soiled 80s clothing, which is a real treat for your Friday. I know you're feeling that.
Have you
And-
still got this kind of stuff? Because I definitely have in my wardrobe. Back of my wardrobe, I've definitely got a lot of that kind of thing.
No, Jeanette, no. No.
No? That's because you're too young. That's what it is. Because I'm really old.
Well, no, you're not really old, but I can imagine you wearing sort of like flash dance type outfits.
Yeah, that stuff on the bottom there, the lady with the I was going to say pink leggings, but that's both sides. The ones that aren't like swimming costumes.
Yeah.
I did go to an 80s party not so long back, and I did find all that kind of thing in my house.
Oh, really?
There's leggings, there's big, thick, chunky waist belts and baggy t-shirts and rah-rah skirts. I've got all of that. And it's nothing to backcomb your hair, is it? You must know that, Jono. You must do the big
Do that.
font thing down there, don't you?
Down there. I never backcomb down there. Thank you very much. No need to talk like that of a Friday afternoon. Tom's not backcombing anywhere these days. Poor fella.
Shave it all off.
Shave it all off. Very altered images underneath Tom, I think.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Happy birthday. Right, anyway, question to win those slightly soiled 80s garments is, can you name 3 famous people, alive or not, who had or have the first name of Eric? There you go, people out there on internet world. Get on the chat.
Write it down.
First name Eric, famous people. Do 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 do.
It took you a very long
Right
time
on.
to write down, Eric.
Right, there was surnames I was writing down,
Oh, right.
and I got 3 straight away.
Did you?
Yeah,
I can only think.
Presley,
Actually,
Costello,
Eric Costello, love his music.
Eric Presley.
Eric Presley, I love it when he's in the building.
Yeah, you know where I'm going.
Yeah, I hear you. I was going to say this because there's only 3 people actually watching or listening today.
Oh,
No, I don't know that. I just can only see 3 people. But now there's 4. Hi, Kim. Nice to see you. Glad you're with us. I worry that we've gone fortnightly, and you know, people might forget us and that. Tom and Jeanette, they might just not come back.
well, we haven't yet, so that's a start.
That's a start. Yeah, that is a start. So the question again is: can you name 3 famous people, being alive or not alive, who had the first name of Eric? Eric, Chrissy's going Eric Morecambe, Eric Sykes. Yep.
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
him with Hattie Jinx and the punk. That was a silent film, wasn't it? Sort of silent.
Bank. Yeah.
The Plank. That was very funny. I remember watching that with my family. My mum, never seen her laugh like it. She was just
Really?
crying with laughter. Oh, she loved it. That whole slapstick thing.
Yeah.
It's not really my humour these days, but I think I enjoyed it then because I enjoyed seeing my mum laughing so much.
That's funny because that's where I kind of think I first heard laughter in such a raucous way was my family watching more slapstick, mostly with Some Mothers Do Have 'Em, with
Oh,
Frank Spencer, played by Michael Crawford.
Eric.
Laugh at that. Was it Eric Crawford?
I think think so.
Eric. They're all Eric today.
Nobody's getting the Erics. I think people have gone out. They're just like,
Yeah.
Well, I've got one of those that Chrissy got. Oh,
Keith's saying upstairs at Eric's, so that's a big no. I don't even know what he's talking
means.
about. I don't even know what he means.
What do you mean, KGB?
What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean?
You're talking about like a Yazoo album or something upstairs at something.
Oh yeah, I think it was, wasn't it?
Am I
I
wrong?
don't know.
I think you're right. Yeah.
I've got to look on the Google. Oh, Tom knows. You're our information.
Tom.
You're our Oracle Google thing today.
Well, it looks like Dirty Barry's going to have a load of clothes still left, so off they pop. Nobody's getting it. First time ever. Chrissy gets half of them for 2 answers, and Jeanette gets whatever Chrissy doesn't want. How's that sound?
That sounds perfect.
As long as you both try it all on, send me pictures. Thank you.
You weirdo.
Thanks, love.
Thank you very much.
We'll move on to memory of the week then.
Memory of the week.
So this week we've gone all 80s, as you saw from those pictures. A simple memory of the week to ask you, do you recollect, including Tom and Jeanette, of course, the 1980s? What were you up to? Home, family, life? Any funny or general memories of the time? Sorry I'm late, says Jean. Sorry, oops, I'm late, says Jenny. Well, we missed you both, but we're glad you're here. Tell us, have you any memories of the 1980s? Where were you at in the 1980s? What was you up to? Tom, do you remember the 1980s? Was it like a vivid dream for you? Or
A vivid dream. I don't know. I'm not sure it's a vivid dream. What was I up to in the 1980s? Probably not much, really. Probably working.
what kind of work was you doing there, please, Tom? Thank you
I
kindly.
was working for a record company. That's what I was
Oh,
doing.
were you? What job?
I was working.
As a waitress in a cocktail bar?
I was.
Oh, sorry.
I was working as a waiter in a classical record warehouse. That's what I was doing.
Ah, you was in the warehouse.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so I think I was warehouse manager at a record company. Yeah, classical records.
My brother used to deliver records from, I don't know if it's called Immediate Records. They used to do like Ogden's Nut Gone Flake by the Small Faces. He had loads of them in the back of his minivan. And they had their first number one with the company is with Pluto Shervington, and that it was number one. Rasta Ozzy from up the hill. Tried to check on him, grocery bill. There we go. Do you know what was you doing in the 80s? That was before the 80s.
Well, it'll sound like I'm showing off, but I wasn't, and it wasn't as glamorous as it sounds. But I was mostly modelling and in London,
Showing off.
at London, modelling internationally,
Yeah.
and
Saint-Tropez.
going out
Yeah.
with going out with various different people. But I
Simon
ended
Le
up
Bon.
married. I did get married to somebody that worked at a record company. So I got to go to lots of fashion shows and lots of gigs and lots of parties.
Not
That
Tom.
was the 80s for me.
You weren't
No,
married
it's
to
all in
Tom.
London. Tom was at Chandos Records, were you, in Colchester? Yeah,
Oh,
no, I was
really?
Virgin, national account manager for Virgin Records.
Was your boyfriend Simon de Bon Bon?
No, the guy I married, we got married, but you know,
Tony Hadley.
it was
it
all
Tony
over by the
Hadley?
end of the 80s.
Did you marry that Tony Hadley from the Spandau Ballet?
No,
Oh,
I didn't. He's
it's all
nice,
over
though.
by the 80s.
Meet him.
End of the 80s.
Yeah, I had a lovely time in the 80s, a really nice time.
Hmm.
I did lots of traveling. So, and bought my first house in the 80s.
Did you?
And in 1987, 88 in Beckenham in Kent, round the corner from David Bowie's house.
Right,
lovely.
man. Right.
Yeah, it was all rock and roll, and it was lovely. Really, really good time.
Do you miss those days? Do you miss sort of doing modelling and
No, not at all. No, I like when I go back to London now. My daughter lives there, so I go back quite often and see her and stay with her. And it's really nice to kind of not be part of that kind of fast pace that Colchester is so lovely, and you kind of see people you know all the time in Colchester. You can't go anywhere without bumping into someone you know. And in London, that anonymity that I craved in my teens and 20s, I don't really want that now. I like it. The familiarity of everything.
You want to be recognised wherever you go, don't you?
No, it's not that I want to be recognised. No,
You live in
apart from that. No, I just like that. Things are just calmer and gentler, and people have got more time, and it's just a nicer pace now. But back then, it was all a bit cutthroat, and Adam Ant said it all: "Dog eat dog."
Yeah.
But no, this is nice.
I know when we first come to Colchester, I was surprised that people talk to you or say hello when you walk down the road, and people spoke to you on the bus. At first, I thought they were the nutter on the bus coming from London. But people speak to you. Did either of you dance in a particular way in the 80s? Did you sort of use your hands a lot like that? 'Cause that was
Yes.
very popular.
And very serious face, just very serious. No messing about, no smiling. So it's hard to imagine now. But it was very angular dancing and very serious.
Tom, what sort of dance? Because I need to kind of picture this. What sort of dance were you known for?
Break dancing.
Break dance. I'd love to see that. Have you got an old VHS of that, Tom? That'd be well cool. Tom break dancing, spinning on his head.
Can you still do it?
I never did it.
Oh, I believed you. Why would I not?
As if I would do that.
Well, I don't know, because I've never break danced, but I've also never skateboarded, and I think you have. So I think you still wear skater shoes, don't you?
Instead of dancing,
He does wear skater shoes. I wonder if he can do a 360.
Last time I tried, I did. Yes.
Wow, I don't even know what that is, apart from a circle. But
Well, yeah, on your board, just spinning around.
yeah,
Get out of my way. Yeah. Should I read what people are saying? I should, because we want to hear from them. People like Kim Saunders, aka Kim Saunders, Ken Saunders, Marie Saunders, Gemma Saunders. Is she still a Saunder? I don't know. It's lovely to see you, Kim. She says, in the 80s, I had my son and 2 daughters, so I was enjoying and loving every minute of becoming a mum. Absolutely. Best time of your life, I think. KGB says, can only name the other half of Mr. Wise, Morecambe and Wise. Yazoo is my homage to the 80s theme and had Eric in the title. Gotcha. Ben, hi everyone. Hi Ben, nice to see you. To see you nice. He's exchanging pleasantries with Kim. I reckon Ben's probably too young to remember anything of the 80s. Music was big in the 80s. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Hair.
Hair. That was quite good, wasn't it? Yeah.
shoulders as well, shoulder pads, pads and clothing.
Yeah, Dynasty and Dynasty. No, Dynasty and Dallas, or Dynasty and Dallas. Joan Collins.
Yeah, I think I saw a picture of you, Jeanette, outside the Cups once.
Yes.
Looking very 80s.
Yes, very tiny waist, tight, skinny jeans, and big hair.
Very big.
Yes, that was me.
On one of those Facebook, I don't know.
Yeah.
Photos. Yeah.
Something about the 80s, wasn't it?
Yeah. I probably skateboarded past there
Yeah.
on my way down to underneath the precinct.
Christine was having all the children, lots of fun doing things with them. Beautiful. Kim says Dallas was my favourite program. Well, check it out.
Memories of a Misspent Youth. That was the name of that site, Tom. I think I'm on the cover photo. Memories of a Misspent Youth in Colchester in the 80s or something.
Is it a group or a book?
It's a Facebook group.
It's a name and shame thing, I think.
Everybody I know is on there.
Who was Dallas? Was it JR that he got?
JR, you mean who shot JR? That's right.
Who was it who said, "You're a tramp, you're a drunk, and you're an unfit mother to my son, John Ross"?
Sue Ellen.
Sue Ellen.
That was JR said it about Sue Ellen.
Gotcha. Larry Hagman.
Wow, I remember.
Why do I remember these things? How can you hold
Bobby.
that in your brain?
Bobby Ewing.
Bobby, who had a dream.
Pamela
He had a dream
Ewing.
and went away and had a dream and come back.
Yeah.
Had
And
a
his
dream
beautiful
and a
wife.
shower. Sorry.
I
Jeanette.
used to marvel at those. I was at an impressionable age, obviously, and you kind of watch that show, and these women would wake up in the morning and just kind of wake up in the most beautiful kind of sleepwear, but they'd have these immaculate faces with all the makeup on. It was just, I couldn't believe it. It was like, why don't I look like that when I wake up?
Well, I've got a secret that actually that I've been using of recent times. If you've got like a really important show to do, or like an interview, or like you're just going out with your friends in the day, get yourself ready the night before, put all the bling, all the slapper dapper on, and go to bed like that. But just like have a bit of tissue around here in case you don't want to get stuff on your shirt. And then just get up in the morning. You're ready. You don't even need to shower. It's like the new way after lockdown. It's really.
I was at a
good.
festival at the weekend. It was very much like that.
There you go.
I slept in my clothes. some of
You're
the time.
welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you. Good advice.
Yeah, Bobby. Was he in something, an underworld thing? Bobby, the actor.
Oh, the man from Atlantis.
Man from Atlantis. Oh my God. Going back
Yeah.
there.
I
Steve
can't
said,
remember what I did yesterday, but we remember this stuff.
isn't it weird? Isn't it weird? I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know what I did yesterday. No, it's gone. Steve says, bulk of the 80s, I was working in radio in Miami. Oh, Steve, send us a photo, will you, love?
So cool. He's really cool, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a great broadcaster, is Steve. A really great
I
DJ.
listened. Yeah.
He was very kind. He played my music for years on his show, and he had two, Shock Pop and Just Good People, which was a bit more folky. Coming live from America, and he had a chat room. It was really active and vibrant, and he's a great DJ and a great guy, and he kindly does work for us on our newsletter. So thank you, Steve. We're glad to have you with us. I want photos of you in the 80s with clothes on, Steve, just in case you didn't realise.
He'd look a bit like somebody from Miami Vice, wouldn't he?
Yeah. Is it Crockett and Tubbs? Was it?
Tubbs, yeah. Where they wore t-shirts and then suit jackets, but with the sleeves rolled up.
Yeah.
Not.
I was nearly going to swear a word that began with W then, and I just caught myself. Sorry about that. Let me see. Shall we see if our guest is available to join us? Let's see if we can find Mr. Rob Quire and welcome him to the show while we're chattering away. Sorry to keep you, Mr. Rob. How are you?
I'm well. I'm enjoying the show. Not at all.
Ah, bless you. Thanks so much for being with us.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
So you're coming live. You was telling us before. Tell us where you're coming from today, Rob.
I am live in Dorset on the Jurassic Coast this afternoon.
Oh, beautiful.
It's well, it's an unusual. I'm not usually in this part of the world, but it's a whistle stop tour. And speaking of whistles, there is a steam railway outside of the window, so there can be sort of hissing and tooting and things like that. So excuse me if that's the case.
Is that for real? I love steam trains. Oh.
Pretty mad, isn't it? Yeah, just outside the window. Not as nice on a Sunday morning when you're trying to have a lie-in. And I don't know if you've ever heard a steam train sort of starting up, but they make quite a lot of noise.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so, but no, very charming.
So do you live in an old steam railway station?
Would you like me to tell you that I do?
Yeah, let's have that, please. Thank you, Rob.
Definitely, that would work, I think. Well, give me I think I need a quirk, you know what I mean? I think Rob Quirk from the old steam train station might do it for me. I could wear a hat on stage.
Wear a hat. It's a great story for your bio, whether it's true or not. It will really go down well with the older generation.
Right, I think so. Yeah, Rob Quire always smells of coal.
Maybe you could live on the train itself.
Yeah, live on the train itself, Tom. Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, it's working. Yeah. We'll workshop this idea further later on.
Yeah. We've had you all grown up, moved out, and living on a train by the time you finish. So, Rob, I know you from Fresh on the Net, hearing your music and absolutely loving your music and your voice. It's just something about it just spoke to me. How long have you been sort of doing music then? Is it something more recently, or have you been doing it for quite some time?
Yeah, I mean, it's always been the thing, really, since I was about 14 years old. I think I decided I was going to try and be a musician in some capacity, and yeah, I've been in London since I was 18.
Wow.
Chasing a dream, you know, working low-paid jobs and not making much music, just trying to keep my head afloat. But yeah, just recently, it's sort of, you know, starting to get on my feet. It's a long slog, you know, for anybody, unless you're amazing. Even then, it can be. But yeah, doing it the slow way, doing it the hard way, but getting there.
Yeah,
Rob,
I mean,
you've always been solo.
Oh,
Do you?
go on.
Sorry. To
No,
Yeah.
please.
You've always been solo. You've not sung with bands or anything.
I mean, as a kid, I did. Yeah, it was in my younger years, and when I was in my late teens, I sung with a jazz band a little bit, which was good fun. I used to play in a duo with a pianist when I was in my earlier 20s, and then yeah, just recently went solo really, which was yeah, nerve-wracking thing. I didn't think I could do it on my own, but it's necessity very often pushes you towards that. And yeah, I was lucky. I had some good people around me that sort of gave me a boost and nudged me to the front and said, go for it. So yeah, here I am, a bit more comfortable with the idea of doing it in my own name, you know.
Excellent. It's our gain. Definitely our gain.
Our game, yeah, definitely. And it's a really hard game to sort of continue to operate in. It's just so many artists out there, and though it's true, you say, unless you're amazing, you know, sometimes people who are not amazing have just got enough money around them to be able to push them out there. And I'm a firm believer in a lot of often the best music sort of lives in the margins and in the borders, and you know, I love mainstream music, but not all of it. But yeah, I don't know where you sit in the scene, but I know that it makes my heart sing when I hear you sing. So, without further ado, what are you going to start us off with? You got one song for us now, Rob?
Yeah, this is something off my most recent EP, which was a fairly acoustic affair. Same track as the one that you picked up on, Jono. So yeah, I sort of made last year. I made a lot of 5-track EPs, and all of them had their own kind of vibe going, and there was more of a band sound. There was a sort of plugged-in electric sound, and then this one was a much more acoustic, strings and things like that. So a bit more of a kind of traditional style. And this song is probably the liveliest moment on it. It's called "Upon My Plate."
Okay, we'll get out of your way. Let us move off the screen. Welcome, Mr. Rob Quo.
Thank you, Jono. Please stop, put your hand upon my plate. You wanna chew the fat, that's fine, yeah. I'll chew yours, you chew mine. Oh, let's create a little clarity in mind, yeah. But listen here, don't point that thing at me. Don't whip it in my face. You're coming in here and you're stinking out the place. And laying all that good to waste. Look, I know that you feel bad, and that don't feel good. But I reckon if we only tried it could. But it's suffocating, don't you know? This heavy feeling in the air. It ain't your fault and it's not fair, but just try and be a little more aware that this just makes me feel bad, and that don't feel good. But I reckon if we only tried it could. If I can make it better for you, well, that's too bad. but please don't put your hand upon my plate. Listen, I got things to do. I got shit I'm going through. But ain't we all got that to chew? Yeah, 'cause we all feel things, and they can feel strange. But the way you're going, nothing's gonna change. If I can make it better for you, well, that's too bad. But please don't put your hand upon my plate. Please don't put your hand upon my plate. Please don't put your hand upon my plate. And please don't put your hand upon my plate.
Gorgeous. That was really, really lovely. I really like that.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was lovely, Rob. And the old there's nothing sounds quite like a nice Guild guitar as well.
Yeah, I picked this up recently. Very happy with it. Lovely sound.
Yeah, that was really cool. I like your tone of your voice. Was that something that developed over time, or was it sort of like you were born with that kind of tone? Because I think sometimes you can develop it, and sometimes it's just what it is.
Yeah, I think I was lucky, to be honest. I mean, I think that was often the case. I had to unlearn a lot of, the things you put on your voice to make it sound more appealing in a conventional way, especially when I was singing jazz songs and things like that. And then gradually you kind of come further and further towards yourself, as opposed to, that part of you that wants to perform. Yeah. As another entity, it's sort of come closer and closer. So the closer I've gotten, the more people seem to like it. So that's obviously really encouraging. But yeah, it did take time.
Yeah, well, to our benefit, for our happiness, it's worked. There's applause from Leah. Kim says, "Lovely song, Rob. Really enjoyed it."
Lovely. I'm glad to hear it, Kim.
And Keith KGB, he says, "A little bit Jack Johnson feely."
Yeah, those easy listening vibes. Absolutely.
Why not? Who doesn't like a bit of Jack Johnson of an afternoon?
Yes, absolutely correct.
That was really good. I think it sounded a lot Rob Quo as well. I think it's hard now. All sorts of music have been done. All sorts of genres have been covered. And all sorts of styles of singing and playing have been done. So, you're going to get those Nick Drake comparisons, those Jack Johnson comparisons. But I think, though you're paying respect to people that have been, you've got your own thing going on, and I really like it.
I'm glad
Who
to
are
hear.
your influences, Rob?
That's a good question. It's a good question. It's always tricky. I mean, I definitely found a lot of my early inspiration from those late 60s, early 70s folk artists that kind of took the genre and made it, brought in a lot of other elements and made this sort of new kind of sound. But so in terms of individuals with guitars, which is always the instrument that I played, that was always kind of my launch pad. But I love a lot of the great singers, kind of blues singers and soul singers, Otis Redding. So it's quite far reaching, but certainly Nick Drake, John Martin, those kind of late 60s, 70s are a good touching point for me. But kind of they're pretty far reaching. Yeah. Not an easy question, I must say. I never have them to hand, but
no.
Great.
Sometimes people like that. They like to know who you sound like, so they can sort of get involved with your music. And some people think it's sort of like they don't want to know; they just want to find out. But I think there's something to be said from where you come from and what influences you. And I think, it's fresh. What you're bringing is fresh, and there's lots of applause from Jean as we say that. And thumbs up. She's done 2 thumbs up like a crazy person. Okay, Rob, we'll pop you off for a minute. We'll do a little ting-a-ling, and we'll have you back shortly, sir.
I'll be here.
See you in a minute, Rob. Thank you very much.
Bye.
The lovely Rob Quoder.
He's very patient, isn't he? He's sitting there watching the show.
I know. I mean, that's something I should probably pre-warn artists when they come on. You do need to be a bit patient with us going on, particularly me.
Oh, I don't know.
I was just looking. I was just looking back at the comments. Leah said Aquanet definitely popular in the 80s. Was that a show?
I don't know what that is.
Aquanet. I
It's
thought
like hairspray.
it's a hairspray or a local sort of swimming pool with a flume.
With a net at the end.
Steve says Crockett's pet alligator was named Elvis.
Surely that was Eric. That'd be Eric.
What you seen out the window, Jeanette?
No, I'm trying to.
What are they doing over there?
Eric.
I'm trying to open another screen on and I can't see because I've got a light thing hanging in the way, so I can't see where my cursor's going. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to see round the light. I'm not doing very well.
Leah says hairspray. Is that Aquanet?
Hairspray. That's what I said.
Yeah.
But that was Elnet, surely.
Oh,
I was being facetious when I said hairspray, but
It's probably a spell check thing, isn't it?
I think I used that L one before, and then I used to have shorter hair, and my friends Hillman Hunter without a roof, and went down the road through London without the roof on, and then had hairspray. My hair was like, I'm all out of time on this thing. It's all going a bit weird. It's about 6, well, no, not 6. It was about a foot in the air. It just stuck up. If you ever need your hair to stick up more, go in and sort of like a soft top car. Anyway, let's
it is a hairspray. I've just looked on the Google. It's definitely a hairspray.
It's an American brand, she says.
Yeah, Lee just said that. Yeah. Oh.
Let us do light evening snack of the week.
Light evening snack, light evening snack. You've had a busy day and you want to relax. Light evening snack, light evening snack. Go and brush your teeth so you get no plaque. Light evening snack, light evening snack. It's light evening snack of the week.
So, possibly our last ever, should I say that? Can I say that? I'm out of time. It's all going a bit weird on the thing. It's really going out of time, isn't it? I'm half looking about trying to change the camera. I don't know why it's doing it.
Speeding up.
It keeps speeding up like it.
You're back.
I don't know even what I was doing then. Are we going to do light evening snack of the week? I'm looking for pictures. First up, who remembers these? Findus crispy pancakes. You still can buy them. Crispy pancakes were big in the 70s. They were big in the 80s. Are they big now? This one is chicken and mushroom filling.
Mushroom pancakes. Well, I suppose crepes you have.
Yeah, they were kind of like they were the first pancake that I ever tasted that wasn't a pancake at all, really.
Yeah.
It was nothing like a pancake. It actually tasted, I don't know if you remember them, that tasted like, mildly savoury cardboard with with ingredients with like loose meat inside.
Are they deep fried?
That's what I'm wondering. I seem to think we just put them in the oven for like 25 minutes, but I reckon a lot of people deep fried them. Do you have any recollection, Tom? Can you enlighten us at all?
No, but I do vaguely remember them. But I'm not sure they were hugely popular in our house. But I can remember eating, I think, one, and not really being that enamored with it. It was all right, I think.
They're Findus though, so did they? Findus did fish fingers and things. So I'm kind of thinking that was all kind of stuff to fry.
Yeah, we had a fish pancake. Yeah.
Did you have fish pancakes? 4 crispy fish pancakes?
No.
No, I don't know them, so I won't be voting. Anyway,
I'm moving the cameras out of the way. I'm going on.
What we should do is we should get some in, shouldn't we, and try them.
Yeah.
There's only one way to go out, and that's to get some in. Get some in.
What
Sorry,
is that an advert for?
that was it was a show. It was a comedy. It was really rubbish, and it was about some guys that were in the army, and they were probably like, new to the army.
Right.
And it was a comedy. Yeah, it was in the 70s. It was rubbish. It was called Get Some In. You'd have to look it up.
I
So
don't think I can be bothered.
no, don't be bothered. Actually, move that.
Why did you ask, Jeanette?
Yeah, well, because
Can't
was it something to do with Findus? That's what I was thinking.
Can't
To do
even
with
be
these crispy
It goes-
pancakes.
It goes against this week. Light evening snack of the week is quiche. Now, in the 70s and the 80s, they were kind of like, it was just egg and a bit of vague bacon, maybe, was it? Like almost quiche Lorraine, but not quite. And it would be at sort of parties. They'd have a buffet, yeah. I mean, I know now when you look at them, you still can get quiche, but I know when you look at them and you get the traffic lights, and they're really not good for you, are they?
Oh, really?
Yeah, look at them. If you
Lovely.
make them yourself, they're fine.
Oh yeah, no, that's where I'm at.
That's where
With
you
cheese pastry. No, I make the pastry out of like cheese scone mixture and kind of mushrooms in there and stuff.
cheese scone mixture. What kind of
So
behaviour
it's
is
like
that?
pastry. Well, it's like pastry, but it's really cheesy pastry. It's nice.
It's really cheesy pastry. I'm
that
going to
sounds-
move it to the camera.
I think that definitely
Okay.
sounds wrong.
It
No,
does.
it's,
sound wrong.
Yeah,
it's in my Marguerite Patton cookbook from the 1970s.
no wonder.
It's lovely. Some great recipes in there. Traffic lights weren't invented then, not for food anyway.
Oh, bless you. Tom, are you? Was you ever? Sorry, I'm adjusting my camera. Were you ever a quiche fan?
Yes, I like a quiche. Still enjoy a quiche. Quite like making. Actually, I haven't made them for ages. Actually, but I do like making them. But I don't use cheesy pastry though. Just sounds like a step too far.
No, it's
Sounds like-
extravagant and it's not worrying about cholesterol.
Yeah, it's not me.
Sounds more like the Stepford Wives to me.
Yeah. I
Step
think I'm
two.
more of a traditionalist. I like.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I read that about you.
And warm quiche is so much nicer than cold quiche. That's what I discovered early on.
Warm quiche is better than cold quiche.
Yeah, definitely. Straight out of the oven.
You know, you make a lot of things. Sometimes if you make a casserole or something sort of like nice veggie bake thing, second day it's often better.
Oh, yeah. Stews and chili and curry, all of those
Oh,
things.
hello.
Yeah. But quiche, not second day, just hot.
No, I don't actually eat them. I don't remember eating them since about the 80s. I remember crispy pancakes. Let's see what people out there are thinking. Do you like the crispy pancake or do you like the quiche? Kim says we used to have them once a week. That's probably crispy pancakes. That's where we started. My family loved them back in the day. Might have to try and see if they taste the same. Kim, have a look deep in your deep freezer. You might still have some there from the 80s. You never know, yeah.
Yeah. If it's an old freezer, maybe. Yeah.
It was acceptable in the 80s. Kim loves quiche, still do now. There we go.
You know, it's pronounced quiche and not quickie. That's one thing I learned years ago. That somebody, I think it was one of my mum's old Irish friends, read it somewhere. It said, on a menu, and it's like, what's this quickie? Do I want a quickie? You might do.
Quaishi. I want kind of a quaishi. If you're looking at the word, I'm thinking more. It's quaishi. Quaishi then used to be a bit soggy back in the day, says Jean. Leah says, never heard of a crispy pancake, but I like quiche. She knows what she wants. She's going after it. Quiche for Steve, and that's a vote. He says he's Googling crispy pancake images. They kind of remind me of Hot Pockets. Hot Pockets, were they sweet ones where you'd sort of put them in a toaster?
Pop tarts, you're thinking of, aren't you?
I'm
Pop
thinking of
tarts. I've seen that. I've never tried one, but I've seen them.
Maybe it's the American version of crispy pancakes.
I did. Yeah, maybe it is actually. I have to look that up. I did do one of them kind of hot Pop Tart one things, and it burnt the molten lava burnt my mouth. I never went back. I mean, it really was hot. And I was
Yeah. Do you
stupid.
remember McDonald's apple
Yes.
pies?
Yes, I was just
McDonald's
about.
apple pies.
Yeah,
They
they
were
were.
proper lava, weren't they?
Didn't they get? Didn't they have to cool them down because people were burning their
Yeah.
mouths with them or something?
But that apple sauce would just come out and scold your chin.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
scary.
Kim says she's voting for Quiche. Quiche or Quick A for Christine and for Brian. Those two are in for it.
One.
I mean, it's not the most exciting light evening snack of the week. You know, some people are just going to go crisps. They're going to go peanuts. Me, these days, I'm like carrots and hummus. Life's got boring, and I'm not allowed interesting food anymore.
Cheese
I
on,
mean, I do like a carrot. Sorry,
Cheese.
Tom.
yeah, cheese on toast. We had cheese on toast before, didn't we?
Cheese on
Yeah.
toast. Yeah, we did, and I think it probably won really well because it's a great one.
Maybe you ought to have like a winner of best of, isn't it? Like the
Oh, like champion of champions.
yeah.
What? So should we do the best crisp ever against the best sweet ever, the best cake ever, or is that too random?
I don't know.
Like
be
international, yeah, like Britain's Got Talent that goes across the world. We'll do an international of the week, the champions of champions.
Yeah.
I feel really little now in this other camera that's really showing. Right, I feel like I've shrunk. Hello, Tom. Hello, Jeanette. How are you, love? All right, not bad, thanks.
Hello, little Jono. How are
Hello,
you?
Tommy. Hello, Tommy. Yes, they did put warning labels.
Jono.
They did put warning labels on their McDonald's danger filling may be hot.
Oh, Kim, yeah.
Evening snack: cheese and crackers with olives. Ooh,
I would go with that. That would be my top.
that'd be a champion of champions. What kind of cheese are you dealing in, Kim?
Ooh.
I can only really eat goat's cheese. But I had some last night from Alday. Have you heard of it? It's quite an upmarket shop. Alday, goat's cheese. Oh my God, it was so salty. Because I've not been having salt in my food either. I've got this replacement stuff. I have it inserted into me every day, and it's lovely.
Too much information. I think.
Yeah,
Wrong.
no, I've
Wrong.
not been having salt, and then we had a curry. We'd not been having salt, putting it in at all. And oh my God, I had a curry. It was so salty. It was crazy. But the goat's cheese from All Day is very nice, but it's too salty. Sorry, All Day. All day. Christine says they say cheese is bad at night, bad dreams. They say that's true,
Oh,
Christine.
yeah, I do.
Never had that. Have you?
No, you
Any
love
rich
cheese.
food,
Tom.
yeah, any rich food, you're going to have kind of dreams. I think if I have red meat, if I go out for steak or something, I just don't sleep very well at all and crazy dreams. It's just when your stomach's massively busy digesting food, that just kind of disturbs you a little bit. And cheese can sometimes be hard to digest.
My stomach's just massive. That's the problem.
So you can't sleep because you can't.
I can't move.
Not lay on it.
That's right. You know, front sleepers got no chance. Yeah. No, I think life wouldn't be the same if it wasn't for vivid dreams. I don't know if it's the medication I'm on. Back. I had a weird one last night. I can't remember what it was about, but it was strange, but I kind of liked it. Anyway, Kim has mature cheese or chili cheese, which is a newfangled thing, which I don't really know much about, but I'd imagine it's chilies inserted into the cheese.
Oh, hello.
Hi, Ken. Ken DeLue's joining us. Good to see you. Steve goes to All Day every weekend. And Tom, you're saying what? Sorry?
I reckon Ken has like curry
Cheese.
Light evening snack of the week.
And you get curry-filled crispy pancakes because you said that's chicken and mushroom. So do they do other flavours? I
Ken
didn't
DeLue,
know.
yeah. Ken DeLue would probably have a Vindaloo crispy pancake, wouldn't he? I wonder, does he ever have a day off? Why should he?
Christmas, wasn't it? They said, I think.
You got to have a day off at Christmas, Dad.
I think Ken has a day off at Christmas from the curries.
but then next day curried turkey. I love it. I love you, Ken. I love you, man. Right, so there's the choices. Ken, I'm just going to finish for.
Oh,
Ken says evening snack other than curry, cheese and raw onion sandwiches.
Oh,
I like a cheese and onion sandwich. Yeah.
He's like my brother.
is that
who
a
used to
snack
eat
or is
them.
that a meal? I would put a
A
sandwich
meal?
as a meal,
A meal?
instead of a snack.
What, a cheese
Yeah,
and-
that's usually lunch or tea or something. Sandwich.
No, it's a snack, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know. I don't eat
No,
much bread, but when I do, it's
sit
really
down
good.
to your evening meal with knife and fork and a sandwich on your plate, do you?
Well, no, but lunch, have a sandwich on the go, or if you go out to work, you take a sandwich with you. It's what I've done.
Right. Yeah.
Always take sandwiches to work.
Yeah, it's only a snack.
Oh, right. So it's all right to have two
It's an
dinners.
in-between thing, isn't it? It's in between meals.
I mean, a really long baguette might be a whole meal.
Yeah.
Oh,
With egg,
yeah.
bacon, beans on it inside.
Yeah.
Kim has confirmed Ken has curry every night, I should say, except Christmas Day. And Ken is telling his wife to stop it. Steve says Google shows Findus is going to bring back chicken curry crispy pancakes. And Kim
Oh, I
says
would try one.
that's Ken's idea of a snack. There we have it. So
I'm going to try crispy pancakes. I don't know what flavour, but I'm going to, when I next go shopping, I will buy some and I'll report back.
yeah, I mean, probably they're frozen, aren't they?
Well, Findus, now bound to be, isn't it? So,
Yeah, true. But excuse
yeah.
me, yawning.
I wonder if I could make one.
pardon?
I wonder if I could make one. Could make some pancakes and then sort of make little parcels and fry them.
Do you think it would be pancakes like the ones that you have on Pancake Day? Like, you know, made out
Hello.
That's what I'm going for.
of mix. Yeah,
Well,
I don't know.
let people ponder it. Vote now, people. If you haven't, people that are with us, Findus crispy pancake or quiche for your late snack of the week. And we'll welcome back the one and only Mr. Rob Quo and see what he prefers. He has never heard of these, probably. Welcome back, Rob.
Quiche is pretty big in the 21st century, guys. So yeah, I'm a big quiche fan. I can't say I've heard of the pancakes, but yeah.
What
got
sort of
to say.
quiche do you go for then? If you're like a quiche man,
I don't think I've already got a preference. I'll take anything that's on offer. Quite like the French style, the quite thin based quiche, and then the deep, quiche Lorraine. I'll take them all. I'm happy to
Take
go.
them all,
I'm not
yeah.
fussy. It has to be said, especially
Well,
when it comes to quiche.
savoury tart, even. Yum.
Yes, from me.
Yes, it's a yes from you. So that is the deciding vote. If it's a draw, Rob has already says he's going quiche. Sorry for anybody that's disappointed, but I don't know. I thought it might go Findus crispy, but who can tell?
The Saunders is going a bit mad with the curry stuff now, isn't
They're
it?
all over the curry, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ken is saying he likes a Bombay Bad Boy pot noodle. I have heard of that. I've not been willing to try it. Leah says naan bread stuffed with curry, then baked are beautiful, like a curry pasty.
Mm.
Oh, hello.
I'd give that a go. I like curry, so I would anything from the Saunders house I would eat.
Yeah.
Any
Jean-
of their curry.
Jean's
any-
going, pancakes were unique, not like pancakes. And so she would vote for quiche. She's with Rob all the way. Team quiche. So, Mr. Rob Quo, what have you got for us next?
Another song.
Oh, good.
Well, I thought I would play the tune which you were so very taken by, Jono, when we first crossed paths in the online world. This is Now I See the Birds.
Brilliant. Ladies and gentlemen, we get out of the way. I heard this not that long ago and I just thought it was fantastic and wrote a little review of it because people voted it into the top tracks of that week on Fresh on the Net. This is the wonderful Rob. Now I See the Birds.
Rubbing smudges from my eyes, now things are falling into focus. It's only now I realize how much I let go by unnoticed. Oh, but now I see the birds. Yeah. But somehow I was missing something, a little too self-involved, I guess. 'Cause I always made a point of looking, but I was too focused on the emptiness. Oh, but now I see the space. Yeah, now I see the light. Oh, I'm living in a world of pure imagination. Oh, as if I was condemned to dream it. But you know, I've begun to feel that magic ain't nearly as unreal as it might seem. Oh, 'cause now, oh now, yeah, now I see the birds sing. And I wonder how one comes to see the things that they didn't see before. You know that I was blind, but now I see the beauty that I never truly saw. And so, not another moment wasted, no. Not another moment more.
Thank you, Rob. Sorry for the delay. It's always a weird thing when you're pressing the buttons, but it takes a moment or two for the internet to catch up.
Oh, you do it well, Johnny. You do it well.
We do our best. That was lovely. I looked it up, and it was November when I discovered you, the end of November last year. And that song really resonated with me, not just because it's beautiful, which I think it is, and there was a bit that you do within it that's oh, we went there, hello, but it sort of came at a point where I really were starting to see the birds again. It sounds kind of like silly, but I got into nature again, after the not really doing it fully in the lockdown, and it just really resonated with me because I rediscovered nature and rediscovered just looking up again and being happy with that. Sounds silly.
Well, it's an important thing to, I guess, to acknowledge that, because that song's sort of about, you know, in your early adult life, finally kind of, you know, appreciating things as they are. And obviously you're saying that you can lose track of that again. It's not a given that you can stay in tune with that. So that's a worthy observation you've made there, John. It's good to know. You can't take it for granted. You can lose track if you allow yourself to. So
Yeah, and I think also sort of like when life's competing for your attention and you're feeling sort of you're struggling sometimes physically and certainly mentally as well, it's nice to pause and just take those moments to reward yourself and just switch off, turn it off. You know, our lives are dominated by screens, and it's so important to have time where they're not dominated by screens. I say, as I look at you, and I've got about 3 different screens in front of me. But yeah, lovely. Wasn't it nice, Tom and Jeanette?
Very nice.
Gorgeous, absolutely lovely. And I quite liked that Jono was a bit slow bringing us back on the screen, because I got to see how you handled your guitar when you're not playing it, and it's obviously a new, very cherished instrument, because you handled that with such care, putting that behind you. It was lovely.
it's funny. Most people that are close to me will say the opposite. To be honest, I'm quite careless when it comes to these things, and sort of they get knocked about, and I don't sort of pay them too much mind. But obviously, there is still a duty of care that I'm still maintaining all the same. But yeah.
Is that your songwriting guitar now? Some people don't have the luxury of having more than one, but
Yeah, I know. It sort of seems slightly, to say, but no, this is something I bought as a sort of interim. It wasn't very expensive, even though it looks quite expensive. So it's just something if it gets nicked when I'm walking around London late at night, it's not the end of the world. And it's easy to walk about. It's quite small and quite light. So I can run off with it as well if need be. But yeah, it's just a little. I'm lucky to have more than one, that's for sure. But yeah, this suits a certain purpose.
yeah. Oh well, I can empathise with what you're saying. I had a Martin guitar, quite a top of the range one a few years back.
Right.
And I just didn't want to leave it at gigs. You know, like you
Yeah.
set up, you've done the sound check, and then you sort of left it on a stand, and I'd be thinking, I'm just not paying attention to what anyone's telling me because I'm keeping an eye on my Martin. Never took it to any more gigs after that, which was a shame. That should read what people were saying. Applause from Leah. Kim says, such a relaxing, chilled out song. Really enjoying your music, Rob.
Good stuff, Kim. Glad to hear that.
Ken sending 4 chili peppers today. Is that right? Am I seeing it right?
Yeah,
That's because he's Kendaloo and he eats curry, and he
or
probably
that he thinks that Rob is very hot.
he's hot.
Yeah, it's very spicy.
Check it out. Have a long, hard drink there after that. Rob. Brenda says hi.
Very warm and toasty in the room I'm in. I have to say,
is
it's like I can't open a window because of the trains. So
Yeah, choo-choo trains.
and to stay hydrated for sure.
Got to stay hydrated. Brenda says, hi, everyone. All looking good. Thank you, Brenda. Lovely to see you. Hope you're well. Steve says, heartfelt delivery. You can feel it. Bravo.
Good to hear, man.
And Ken adds to his chilies. Nice song, Rob. Chilled out song.
Chilling out song.
And we've got a question from Leah. She says, sorry, random. Rob, your wall decoration reminds me of Arizona, USA.
This is something that my mother picked up on her travels. I think she spent quite a lot of time in the Middle East, actually, which I think is more likely maybe Mexico. That's probably where it's come from. Yeah, so probably Mexican.
It's very
Quite
Very
close to
nice.
Arizona.
To look at it. It's one of these things I've grown up with. So.
Yeah. Now you're going to spend days looking at it.
It's nice, actually. Yeah, it really makes me want to go out and see the world. You know what I mean?
That's what you want. Yeah. See the world.
I want to know where that was made. I want to meet the person who made it.
You want to meet the person, go to that place where they handcrafted it and see the birds there. That's what.
Absolutely. I assume there's birds in Mexico, probably very exotic ones.
Yeah, I've heard they have birds there. Yeah. Leah says, yeah, very southwestern. Oh,
Okay.
get her with a southwestern chat. Right, Rob, we're going to pop off. We're going to do a bit of light evening snack of the week announcement. Hold on, you can stay there. Let's do this just in case we need his vote. Jeanette, I know there's not a lot of votes today, but please tell us what is the light evening snack of the week?
Well, you'll be very surprised.
Yes.
It's unlike the local elections last night.
Oh,
It's a landslide.
oh my God.
Oh, goodness me.
Yeah, it wasn't loads of votes, but a clear. There's nobody wanted to
Yeah,
Findus
not one
Crispy
vote for Findus Crispy Pan. Maybe they don't know what they taste like me. I don't. So
I mean, I do remember after they were cooked and they were left out, people would sort of like bang them on the wall and they were quite hard. I think I remember as a kid
Doubled up
being
as
hit
sauce
on the
box.
head by one. Sort of fake fizz Prisbury. We don't need Rob's vote. Rob, how deflated are you about the quiche situation?
Well, I mean, quiche won, did it not?
Quiche one, what am I
Yeah.
talking about? Quiche
Yeah,
one,
I'm
sorry,
absolutely
Rob.
delighted.
What am I
Yeah,
talking
yeah. Really made my day.
That's it. He's made up. He's made up. And I don't
I
know
mean,
what
to be fair to the crispy pancake, it was always going to be a hard slog going up against the quiche, wasn't it? I mean,
yeah, quiche. Who doesn't like a quiche? All the different flavors you can have, you're bound to like one of them.
Yeah. And it's old school, but it definitely lives, you know, and
Yeah.
21st quiche is
Timeless.
very hip, even though it's, you know, obviously been a staple. So, yeah, it's obviously like a cross-generational, you know.
It's so
Success.
nice to have a quiche connoisseur on the show with us who can wax lyrical about them. Because I didn't know this before, but now I know. We're going to be sending quiches through the post and stuff. Try this one, Rob. This would be nice.
You might get people, yeah, I mean, you might get sort of people that make quiches wanting you to try them out and promote them.
Yeah,
Maybe
asparagus and
quiche.
pear. This one, Rob. What do you think about asparagus and pear, or mint and pineapple? No, that's wrong.
Mint and pineapple.
I don't know. I just say words. I've got a problem.
I'll try anything once.
Good man. Let's see what people are saying. Go to Belize for the birds. Yucatan Peninsula, beautiful place. Belize used to be British Honduras. There we go. That's facts that we didn't know. From Steve, thank you. Jean says, I know what they tasted like. No votes. And KGB says they look like, is that Kilim rugs from Persia. There's a bit of a side chat going on about the rug now.
I think if it was Persian, it would be a more intricate pattern. This is more angular and more spaces between things. That's my. Although with Persian rugs, I remember reading once that in every Persian rug, Middle Eastern ones, that there is a fault, and when they're making them, they put a fault in there because just in case they make it perfect, and they know that the only perfect thing there is Allah. So they can't make it perfect. So they, just in case they haven't made a mistake, they deliberately make one.
Wow.
Which I think was an interesting thing with Persian rugs. But I think everybody's, you know, maybe that is American. South American.
We're here all day for quiches, rugs. We got it going on. I'm looking at it and like,
More Middle East, kind of, more likely.
We might need a close up.
Yeah, can you bring your camera closer to that?
oh, now I see the birds.
Oh,
Goodness
That's
me.
beautiful.
Am I getting closer? I feel like I should be.
Yeah.
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 yeah, I think that's South American because of all the zigzaggy bits.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
South American. Peru, possibly.
It's kind of, you know, I don't know, that sort of stuff. Yeah, ancient Aztec.
Aztec-y. Yeah, Aztec-y.
No expert, though.
Brenda says, Jeanette, you're so full of knowledge.
No, I can't remember anything important, just stupid bits of trivia.
Well, we're going to say thanks to Rob for a minute. We'll be back for our last song in a moment or two. Thanks, Rob. We'll see you in the rug in a moment or two. And we are going to do Poem of the Week.
Poem of the week. It's sometimes short and sweet. It's poem of the week, and it's always magnifique.
Well, the poem this week is quite a short one, Jono, just so you know, don't leave me here on my own. It's quite a short one, but I thought it was quite a nice one. It's a kind of motivational thing, which, you know, sometimes we all need a bit of motivation in our lives. And I liked this one. This is called Thinking by Walter D. Wintle. If you think you are beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you'd like to win, but you think you can't, it is almost a cinch you won't. If you think you'll lose, you've lost. For out in this world we find success begins with a fellow's will. It's all in the state of mind. If you think you're outclassed, you are. You've got to think high to rise. You've got to be sure of yourself before you can ever win the prize. Life's battles don't always go to the stronger or faster man, but soon or late, the person who wins is the one who thinks he can. That's Thinking by Walter D. Wintle. I hope you like that, and I hope you're feeling motivated and that think the good things and you can do the good things.
Respect is due. Positive message. Thank you, Jeanette.
It's all right.
Poem. I was ready in case it was short. It was longer than I
warned you. I did warn you it would be short.
It was. You've done a lot shorter than that.
Yeah, without warning.
They're still chatting about the rug. Looks a bit Aztec. Does that mean you have to drop a stitch if knitting? What's she say? Knitting a jumper. Ha ha ha. Steve says maybe they're pillow shams from Mexico. Anyway, lovely poem, like a lovely lady. It's Chrissy. KGB says bringing it from the subconscious into reality. Nicely read. Jean says that's me told. Julie noted. Jeanette.
What?
Told. No, I can't remember 2 minutes ago.
I assume it's a poem. Think positive.
Yeah. Kim says, really enjoyed your poem, Jeanette, and so true. Brenda, my sister, my brethren, she says, great poem, just thinking about it. And Kendall Lou, he says, nice poem, Jeanette.
Thank you, everybody. I really like your I like your remarks on the poems that I read. I don't think I've ever had very bad ones. So you like my choice of poems, and I appreciate that. Thank you.
I didn't want to tell you. They write to me afterwards. With bad comments.
You delete them really quickly when they put them on here.
Yeah. You know, when you ask for feedback, I want to protect you, so I don't share that kind of stuff with you.
Thank you. I appreciate that as well.
Tom's gone on there. Poem was rubbish.
Quick, someone delete that. Yeah, I don't need to come here for these kind of insults. I've got plenty of places I can go for insults.
You're good. We just. Let's welcome back Mr. Where is he gone? Yes, Mr. Rob Quote. He's coming up now. There he is. Once again, hi to you, Rob. What you got coming up in your world soon? Any live dates to talk about?
Yeah, there's it's all about a show I've got at the Green Note in Camden. I don't know if anyone's ever been up North London in Camden. There's a little spot called the Green Note, lovely little venue. So I've got a big headline show there on the 22nd of this month. Which is all I'm thinking about at the moment, really. So nothing before then, but yeah, and then a few things going out along through the summer, really. Some more recording later in the year. So
nice.
So yeah.
How many songs do you have to prepare for the show?
It's an hour.
An hour, wow.
So it's about 12 tunes by my reckoning. Yeah, so it's a big one. And it's a new band that I've just put together, so it's exciting.
With a band as well. Oh wow.
Yeah, really, really great guys I've got. So yeah, I'm super stoked for that. It's gonna be good.
I bet. Green Note, 22nd of May, was it?
That's a Sunday, right?
Sunday, yeah. That's right.
Nice.
So looking forward to that. It's that's taking up all my time and energy at the moment.
I bet.
But yeah, no festivals or anything. Sort of, I might take the year off festivals this year. I don't know. Last one I went to, sort of, wasn't the same buzz. You said you'd been to one, did you? Just last week?
Yeah, I just
When was that?
last weekend. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I played there as well, and yeah, it was all right. I'm this particular festival. It's friends of mine that run it, and
Yeah.
I do their security. Well, I have done for the last 6 years, but I've played there with different bands as well. It's really nice, proper hippie festival. I don't know if you've ever been to Harlequin or Maui Wowie.
No, I haven't heard of it. No, yeah.
Right, well, it's similar to that, but slightly smaller, I'd say. It's lovely there, really nice. And because it's local to here, and I've been a promoter for 10 years or more, so I know so many of the local musicians.
Great.
It's like a family thing. It's just like
Yeah,
every
cool.
stage, about 6 stages, and it's lovely, really nice.
Really making me want to go to a music festival. Actually, I take back what I said. I think I need to go to a new one. I mean, you can go to a new one every year and still not get through them all. But yeah, I think.
Well, I recommend Harlequin. That's really nice. That was my favourite until I went to Maui Wowie last year.
Okay. This sounds like my kind of thing.
Oh, bless you. Well, we should get out of the way and let you do your last song, Rob. Thanks for being with us on the show. We're going to let him take the floor. Last time this afternoon, Mr. Rob Quo.
Thank you, Jono. So I'm going to finish with a song of mine that I wrote after watching the 70s cult classic Harold and Maude. And I often introduce this song by telling people that and asking if anyone's heard the film. And I'm often shocked by how few people know it. Got a feeling a couple of the assembled here today will have at least heard of it. But it's a great film, a great soundtrack by Cat Stevens, and it's about two rather unusual individuals who have a rather unusual relationship. And Maude, the older of the two, has a very wonderful approach and sort of outlook on life. And after watching it, I wrote this song. Getting on yet, however young you are, well, you can't help stop and wonder if you're far enough along, or if you should be over yonder. Well, as for me, well, I ain't even left. I'm alive, but I ain't even lived. I got this strange uneasy feeling something must be wrong. I thought that I'd been living, but I've been dying all along. I've been getting on, yeah, and I ain't even left. And all along I ain't even lived. Yeah. Well, if life is what you make it, what you see is what you get. Well, I see a world so great and glorious, but I ain't seen nothing yet. But listening, it's whatever takes your fancy. What's standing in your way? Well, don't you go living for tomorrow. Well, you'll never live for day. I've been getting by and look, I ain't even left. Yeah, I survived and look, I ain't even left. I'm 95 and look, I ain't even left. Oh, I'm alive today, I ain't even lived. Yeah. Yeah, oh, oh. Yeah.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. And I remember the song. I'm sure Tom and Jeanette maybe they'll remember it. It was an older lady
Oh.
and a younger guy, wasn't it? Harold and Maude.
I didn't remember it at all, and I've just Googled it while you were playing that, Rob. And I looked at it, and I'm loving it because most of the images are of the old lady riding a motorbike. That's me. I ride a bike all the time, so it's fantastic. And I'm trying to look at what kind of bike it is as well. Maybe an AJS.
Well, that
And
song
it looks
is
great.
It's for people like you, then, Jeanette,
Yeah.
carrying the torch,
Oh yeah.
showing us all the way. I tell you.
Yeah, old lady on bikes, good thing. But I
You
like
wanna watch
it. It looks good, and based on your song there as well, I think I might actually try and watch that. It's from 1971.
No, it's a great film.
51 years old.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow. Do you remember it, Tom?
Yeah, vaguely. And I think sometimes you watch films like years and years ago, and I mean, I think I've seen it. I mean, I remember the plot.
They steal a hearse or something. Is that right?
Well, he drives a hearse, doesn't he, or something?
I don't know. I've just he banged the bits that I've read. He bangs his head getting onto the bike that they're stealing.
I've watched it.
remember
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. But no, good feel good. Well, left me with a feel good feeling. I can't remember what happened in it. It gets pretty weird, so it's sort of a hard thing to recommend to people. But it left me with a warm glow and a lasting impression. Made me feel like I've been doing it all wrong. So yeah, hence the song, which is called "Ain't Even Lived." By the way,
It's a beautiful song. It's a beautiful song. I should read the comments. Steve says, "Love that film. Long time classic." KGB says, "Friday night film sorted. Thanks, Rob, and applaud
Nice.
you." Leah says, "Lovely," and sends applause. Brenda says, "Great singing, lovely." Kim says, "Really enjoyed that beautiful song. Thank you, Rob." And her husband, Ken Kendaloo, says, "Very nice song, Rob."
Keep going.
Yeah, really good. I don't know why in my mind came the film Scarecrow, which was with Gene Hackman and Al Pacino, was it? That's kind of similar sort of vein, but perhaps not as bright. It's more of a road movie, but that's a really interesting film to watch, Scarecrow. Anyway, I digress. Rob, it's lovely having you on the show today. Thanks so much for being part of what we do.
It's been a pleasure. Thanks for having me. It was a pleasure hanging out with you all this afternoon. So
Thanks for the time and your patience and your beautiful music. Good luck at the gig coming up at the end, near the end of the month. Hope it goes brilliantly. Do send us some photos or of the gig. Well, we'll share them online, but also if you've got any photos of steam trains outside your window, we'll look at those too.
Be glad to. And I noticed a comment from the KGB earlier on that asked if it was Swanage, and he's absolutely right. Keith's on the money there. I'm in a place called Swanage. I guess there aren't many steam railway stations down in the south coast, but he's done it. He's found me.
Wow, how wonderful. I've visited Swanage when I was a child. It was a lovely place. I remember
A
it.
lot of people have. A lot of people say that. Yeah. You mentioned Swanage, they go, "Oh, we used to go there, years back or whatever." It's a lovely little town.
Yeah. We used to have school trips there, like for a week. It was just really lovely. Just mention a couple of comments before you go. Harold and Maud is on Prime Video over here, which is in the States. Perhaps on your side of the pond too, hopefully. Otherwise, you'll be on eBay looking for old copies. And thank you, says Leah. And I guess that's to Rob, if not to all of us. Good luck, Rob. We'll see you again. We're going to finish off the show now. And thank you very much for being part of it. We will see you again. Hopefully, come back and join us at another later date.
Be a pleasure. Be a pleasure. See you again, guys.
Thanks,
Take care.
Rob.
Bye, Rob.
Okay.
All the
And,
best. What a lovely gentleman. Very talented too.
Yeah, just lovely music. Absolutely. Just such. I could listen to that any time, day or night. That is really, really beautiful music.
Yeah,
liked
well, I shared the links so we can check it out further.
Yeah.
And he's got a great sense of humour, hasn't he? What a lovely man.
He fitted the show really well, didn't he?
Yes,
Nice.
yes,
Never met him before, and straight away we're all kind of having a good time. I like it.
That's what good people in music does on both sides. Bye to everybody. Bye to Brenda. Thank you for a great afternoon, says Chrissy. Bye to Brenda. KGB says tar peeps. See ya, KGB, and Leah and Kim and Ken and everybody else who's watching, who's not tuning in on the chat. Lovely having you with us, or you're watching on the catch up. Thank you. We're back in 2 weeks' time. On Monday, if you're out and about, we have an in-person memory afternoon, 2:00 at Shrub End Social Centre, which will be lovely if you can come out. If not, we'll see you on the next live one, Friday, 2 weeks' time. Thanks to the National Lottery Community Fund, as always, for supporting our work. Thanks to Tom, Jeanette. I'm Jono. See ya. See you
Thanks,
soon.
everyone. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
We've all got a tale to tell. Times were not always so well, but putting it all aside, we made it through by and by. It's warm and toasty in here. Share our laughter, sometimes tears. You'll be welcome with a cup of tea and a biscuit, maybe 2 or 3. Wrapped in a little white cloth, cooking for hours in the old iron pot. There's a jam roly-poly for tea, enough for you and Dad and Grandma and me. What did we like the most? Fish paste sandwich or peas on toast? Nothing could come close to bubble and squeak the day after our Sunday